What is your next step once you closed on the property? These are some of the red flags of the general contractors that you want to avoid. Cheapest price does not necessarily mean the best work, so make sure. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who do not know me, my name is Ion Meriuță. I'm a real estate investor and entrepreneur in Las Vegas, Nevada. In my previous videos, I show you guys how I get my deals, the strategies I use. Also, I show you guys how I pay for my deals, the hard money, private money, my own money. Now, I want to talk to you about the next step. And make sure you stick till the end, because I'm gonna show you 5 red flags that you want to avoid when hiring a GC. Without further ado, how about we just dive right into it? In today's video, I want to share with you guys what were my next moves once I closed on the property. How did I find my general contractor? What things to look in a general contractor and what things to avoid? I want to go over all these things with you from my own experience, and I hope that will bring you some value. Let's say you just closed on your deal. What's next? Do you go there and throw a party? Maybe, but what I would recommend is to find a general contractor that is gonna take care of the rehab. When it comes to the rehab, there are 2 ways that you could go. Either you hire a general contractor that is gonna take care of everything, or you can outsource different subs. Let's say a paint guy, a tile guy, a kitchen guy, and then you manage them separately. I personally chose first option. I found a contractor that is going to do all my jobs. What I did was, once I got the keys from my flip, the next day I scheduled 4 to 6 different general contractors. I want them to come to my flip and give me job estimates on everything I need to do there. Now you are thinking, okay, where did you get these general contractors from? There are multiple options you can find your GCs, and GC is gonna stand for general contractor.
Right, we know this, right? Okay.
Anyway, some of the places I look for GCs are, it's either on Facebook groups that are related to real estate investments, they are there looking for jobs, construction groups on Facebook. Funny enough, Craigslist is one of the places you can outsource GCs. And then another good thing is referrals from friends and family that have done some kind of repairs and they know a good GC. Another strategy to find GC would be just whenever you drive around the town and you see a construction container parked, that means a remodeling is going on in that house. I would just stop and try to knock in and see if there is anyone inside. Usually it would be people working. Try to get their numbers, get in contact with their boss and see if they would be a good fit for your next project. Now going back to the first step of this process, where you get 4 to 6 GCs to come to the property and give you estimates. Another thing I look is the cheapest price does not necessarily mean the best work. So let me repeat this for you. The cheapest price doesn't mean necessarily the best work. You can get a good estimate, but then when you start doing the work, you're gonna pay more for them doing a bad job and you have to redo it again. Or instead of taking 3 weeks, it's gonna take you 3 months, and the holding cost is gonna cost you more. So again, the cheapest doesn't mean the best. I would go somewhere in the middle, where I can still get a good price, but also a good job. I cannot stress this enough, guys, but a good GC, it's either gonna make your process super smooth or it's gonna mess up everything for you. So, and there is not a right and wrong way to choose them. It's either you get lucky to get a good GC or you just don't, and then you keep looking around until you find one. And once you find one, make sure you pay them well and you keep them, because they are hard to find. Guys, this is just me sharing with you my experience, what I did, and I hope you can find it valuable and use it. So what I did was I got 3 to 4 different contractors to my flip. They gave me estimates. Then I went home, I sat down and I went through the numbers. I see each estimate what includes. Let's say some of the GC would give you a price with materials included. Some would be just the job. So you want to make sure you understand what is included in the price. Then I went over the estimates and I chose the one that best suited me. I chose a guy that had a whole team that could do everything for me in the house, so it would be easier for me to manage instead of hiring different subs. I hope he does a good job. So far he's good. Another thing I do, and I strongly recommend, is to make a contract between you and this GC. My contract usually, it's an independent contract agreement, but some of the clauses that I include in the contract is that I ask them, how long do you need for this project? Let's say they say 4 weeks. I will be like, okay, I will give you 5 weeks because there is things that happen, we are humans. But after the 5 weeks, if you pass the 5 weeks mark and you are not done with the project, then you're gonna be charged $100 per day for each day until the project gets completed, because that's how much it cost me to keep this house. I'm not doing this, guys, to be some kind of jerk or anything. This just protects me against GCs that take their time to complete the project. Instead of they tell you 1 month and then they take 3 months. You have to remember that every day it costs you money. The more clear you make this upfront and you agree on terms, the best for you. Another clause I put in the contract is, if when I go to sell the house and the buyer gives me a list of things that needs to be fixed from their inspections, I tell my contractor that they are gonna have to come back and fix all those things. Why? Because they are the ones doing the jobs, so they wanna do the jobs right in the first place, so they don't have to go back again and redo it. So we agree upfront that, hey, look, if things come back that needs to be fixed, the paint is dirty, or this thing is hanging, whatever it might be, they're gonna be the ones coming and fixing all that stuff, because that was their job in the first place to make everything right. Now you are asking yourself, but they're not gonna come, like, why would they come? The project is finished, they're paid, and they bye-bye. No, guys, this leads me to the next important thing when it comes to GC. How do you structure your payments? I cannot stress out enough how important is this. If you're gonna pay your GC upfront a lot of money, they might even not come to work the next day. So make sure you structure a payment system that works for you and for them. The way I do it is I pay $2,000 to $4,000 deposit just to start the job, and then at the end of each week we pay for the job that is being done, and the last 10% from the job I would keep until the house is sold and all those inspection things that come back are fixed. When everything is fixed and everything is cool, then we pay the rest of the money. Make sure you do not pay upfront. A lot of them are gonna ask you 40-50% upfront. Just say, hey, no, this doesn't work for me. I'm not comfortable doing this. If you wanna work with me, this is how I do things. If not, fine. You just have to go and find another one. It's not a big deal. I'd rather go find someone else than play by someone rules that I don't feel comfortable with. Another thing I do is I go through my flip and I put down a list of every single thing that needs to be done, and I include that in my contract, and I make sure that he understands all the things that is required from him, and there is no question that, oh, you didn't tell me this, or yeah, we didn't discuss this. Everything has to be listed there. Also, what is very important is that you have to let them know that if something comes up, they have to ask for your approval before doing the work. Some of them are very sneaky, so they would find something, fix it or whatever, and then send you an invoice, say, oh, we did this. Hey, who asked you to do that? Make sure to tell them that anything else that is not listed in this page, you ask me first before you proceed. Otherwise, you're not gonna get paid. I know this sounds a little bit harsh, but you gotta be strict with them. Otherwise, it's gonna be not fun. The next step after you found a guy, you made a contract, you guys agree on terms and conditions, you start the job. You gotta go buy materials. The way I do it, I go to outsource materials and then pay for them, and then you put them on hold in that store and then my GC will go and pick them up whenever they need it. Usually you have 7 to 10 days to pick them up, so you gotta schedule those accordingly. And to make sure that things are going smoothly and you are on schedule, everything is going fine, I would recommend that you check on your GC every 2 to 3 days, so at least twice a week. Just go and see how is everything going, what else they need, what stage of the process are we, and all this stuff. If you forget about them and you go a month later, you might find the house the way you left. And make sure you guys communicate. Communication is the key. You cannot think that he knows everything, and he cannot think that it's common sense for you to know everything. So communication is the key. Just stay in touch, and I make sure with my contractor to be updated on everything.
Not every single step of the way, like, oh, I went and just got a Starbucks coffee, I'm going back now. No.
Just at the end of the day, hey, look, that's what has been done today. This is our plan for the next 2 or 3 days, and this way I know how far are we in the project, and what else do I need. Do I need to make any changes or adjustments for the project to go smooth, or to solve some other problems that occur on the way. To add another thing to the payment subject, I would say make sure that you pay them, that you can have a record of it. Let's say either a business check or a cashier's check or Zelle. Try not to pay them cash, because you can't really prove that. And if things go south and you end up in a bad situation, you want to have as much proof as possible to sustain your argument. And here we are, guys. I'm gonna show you 5 red flags that you want to avoid in a general contractor. Number 1, they want 40 or 50% paid upfront. Red flag. Number 2, they're asking for too much time to complete the project. Number 3, their team is small, but they are involved in too many projects. Number 4, their price estimate is way too low comparing to the others. I'm talking way too low. That means that they wanna get you in, and then once they start doing the job, they will start increasing the prices. So make sure you watch out for that. And number 5, they only accept cash as payment.
No. No.
That's all I have for today, guys. If you have any other questions in regards to the general contractors and the rehab process, feel free to comment below and I will answer any of the questions. And make sure to subscribe and follow me, guys, because I have more content coming. I have more videos from my flip coming and other cool stuff that you do not want to miss. So stay tuned and I will see you on the next one.